already happened. So I gotta call my girl and see what's up. So I call her and I'm like, what happened? And she's like, well, my manager pulled me into her office as soon as I got here this morning and was like, you're being let go.
Hey, welcome back, Motivation Nation. It's your host, Air Gordon. Listen, we're not going to waste any time. This is part 2 of the video that dropped yesterday. So if this is your first time seeing this video, this is part 2. I'm suggesting that you go watch part 1 so you understand what's going on. I will put part 1 down in the description, a link in the description. So go watch part 1 and then come back here and watch part 2. For those of you that seen part 1, let's see. She's gone inside of the building, and now she's going to give us the update on what has taken place or what is taking place. So let's jump right off into this.
Okay, y'all, part 2. So I get here right at 9 o'clock. And as I'm getting out of my car, I'm walking through the parking lot and I see my boss has already walked her to the car with her belongings. Like, she's out of there, 9 o'clock on the dot. She's removed. Like, the conversation has already happened. So I gotta call my girl and see what's up. So I call her and I'm like, what happened? And she's like, well, my manager pulled me into her office as soon as I got here this morning and was like, you're being let go. She said when she called her into the office, she hit the record button because she knew what time it was. Ask her manager, why am I being let go? And at that point, the manager says, my boss is gonna explain further. So my boss enters the conversation and she just proceeds to say it's not been a good fit. It's not a good fit was the reason. Let me back it up to last week, okay? So last week when I told my girl that she was getting fired, she remembered that she has not had her performance review. So she sent them an email and was like, hey, I haven't had my annual performance review, and based off of the positive feedback that I had when I got my raise and yada yada yada, I think now would be a great time for us to have a discussion about how I can improve my
Okay, now I'm not going to claim to know how all businesses work, right? But it's a few things that I've noticed between these two stories that just, I don't know, doesn't add all the way up for me. You're in IT, so your boss, that's the IT boss, is the one that's having the conversation with the lady, but not the lady's manager. And the lady has gotten a raise before her performance review has taken place. So they just randomly gave her a raise because generally you'll have a performance review and then the raise will come after that. But anyway, that's just a few things that stand out to me with this story right now, but I'm gonna let her go on though.
Or something to that effect. To which, mind you, this is on Friday after I give her the news that she's getting fired. Her direct manager does not respond to the email. Friday goes by, no response. She comes in today, and that manager is being extremely hostile towards her this morning, like when she pulls up. So yeah, no response to the performance review question. She said that was not the first time she asked about it. She said on Thursday and Friday, she spent all that time just getting together the timeline of her asking for the performance review and them saying that they don't have anything on the calendar. So I'm like, is the performance review what they're trying to say is? And she's like, no, I'm telling you that I never got a performance review. So
Okay, but again, I'm confused because performance reviews are generally annually, unless you've been put on some type of performance improvement plan, which would then put you on a 30, 60, or potentially 90 days, depending on the company. But she couldn't have been on a PIP, a performance improvement plan, if she just got a raise. But she has gotten a raise before she's actually done her annual performance review. What's the name of this company? But anyway, let me let her go on.
the reason is just, it was not a good fit. So sometimes after she leaves the building, she gets the email that has the PDF with the severance letter basically that you are terminated. And so she screenshots me the email that she constructed in response to my boss sending her the severance letter. And it was something to the effect of, "Thank you for sending me the severance letter. I will have to have my attorney review it since I'm not well versed in this. I appreciate you."
Okay, again, another hole in this story. That would not come from your manager. That should come from HR. That's an HR issue. I don't know. Maybe this is a small mom and pop type company where one person does everything. But if this is a big company, a Fortune 500, 400, 100, this is an HR thing. This doesn't come from your manager. This goes to HR. So your manager, HR, and in some cases security, or all of those people are present when you're being in a scenario of being terminated. So this, I'm not 100% understanding what's happening here, but let's let her go on.
Yada, 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 sincerely signed, that kind of thing. Long story short, my girl is about to sue. And I don't know how this is going to play into all this, but during everything she was telling me, she said specifically that her family is in Hollywood. So she has a good lawyer. I don't know what's about to happen, y'all, but could get crazy. Also, I just wanted to mention, for those of you who are worried about my job, I'm actually contracted at this company and my contract is not getting renewed, so I'm already on my way out. And the whole thing with my contract ending, my company that I work for being fired, the circumstances surrounding that were shady as hell too. So that's why I knew something was up with this. This was kind of like a F you on my way out type of thing. And I'm so happy that she's taking it there. She mentioned retaliation, termination. She was using the lawyer term, so I know she's been in contact with an attorney. And secondly, I can sense this girl's energy. Like, she's always been, when you just feel that somebody is a good human being, she's always had that energy and aura about herself. She did mention that she already has another job lined up, and it pays better than this one, so shout out to my girl. And she has been extremely grateful throughout all this. She keeps singing my praises. She's like, "Oh my God, I appreciate you so much. Thank you." She's prayed over me. She's just been so grateful that I gave her this opportunity. So that alone is enough for me.
So I don't know what the whole she's got people in Hollywood and all. I don't even know where these people live, right? But some of the story just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And now you're telling us that you're doing it because your contract for the company that you work for is not being renewed. So now you feel okay to tell the company secrets, which I don't know. It's just something's funny here. But I'll tell you this, there was a third part and a fourth part. I did not get a chance to get the next part where she was basically crying. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I read about it. I saw a stitch. So I saw a portion of it where she was crying and basically saying that the young lady is actually not going to sue. And I guess the lady that she helped ended up turning on her. And then there's another part to this story where she's talking about, because this story time went viral, and now she's talking about the backlash that she got from the viral story. I do have that. And that will be dropping as a part 3 tomorrow. So you got to stay tuned and tune in tomorrow for part 3. But it's just some holes in this plot twist part 2 story that I noticed that don't all the way add up. So at this point, I'm not 100% sure that this is a true story. I mean, in the next part that I have, my part 3, which could potentially be part 4, she's saying that it is a true story, crying this, that, the third, but I'll let you guys see that when I do the reaction to that. But for all of you guys that have worked, and for anybody that has been terminated, fired, anybody that has worked in HR, anybody that's a manager, has been a manager and has had to fire people, I need you guys to weigh in on this. just weigh in and let me know what you think about what it is that she's saying, because some of the stuff that she's saying just doesn't add up. But now I don't claim to know everything about everything and know everything about every company, right? So I know what I know. I know what I've seen. I know, my personal experience in the workforce, and some of the stuff that she's saying, it just does not quite add up. So let me know what you guys think about this. But whether it adds up or not, were you entertained? Yes or no? That's what we do need to know that as well. But if you did make it this far in the video, I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate the likes, the shares, the subscriptions. Thank you for subscribing, commenting. It helps the channel out. We're growing. It's all because of you, and you. And I appreciate you. And even if you haven't done any of those things and you just watch the videos from the comfort of your own home or your phone in anonymity, I appreciate the view. That helps as well. So everybody who has put their eyeballs and their ears on my video, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm building a community of nothing but positivity and people that just want to be entertained, learn, grow, have a good time. And ergo, and we'll have a dating show coming, guys. I just have to reach my milestone, and we're almost at that milestone. But anyway, jump down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.